Welcome back to my channel. Today we're diving into a topic that hits close to home for many of us, and today I want to talk about overcoming a creativity block. So whether you're a seasoned pro or you're someone that's just starting out but you're just missing inspiration, you're missing creativity, for some reason creativity has left the station, I want to show you a few tips that help me to really overcome this creativity block. Because trust me, just like everyone else, I definitely had my fair share of these moments where I was stuck in a rut and I just couldn't get my creativity juices back. So here are a few things that I like to do. First of all, let's talk about those days where nothing seems to come out right. And I'm referring to those days where you're sitting in front of the computer, you're trying to create something groundbreaking, but all you end up with is really nothing. So you continue staring at a blank page, whether it's because you're writing something or you are creating graphics, but nothing is coming out. And for me, I especially hit those creativity slumps around noon and like early afternoon. So in the morning, I'm more creative, I'm ready to tackle any tasks, but then noon approaches, early afternoon, and I just feel like my creativity is kind of gone. And that is absolutely frustrating, right? But here's my go-to fix. Whenever I feel stuck, whenever I feel like there's no creativity coming, I take a break, I get up, and I usually take a simple walk outside. Anywhere from like 10-15 minutes, soaking up the sun, just breathing in the fresh air, and most importantly, stepping away from the computer or stepping away from the task that requires you to be creative. For me, it's almost like hitting the reset button on your brain. So next time you're feeling stuck, whether it's creating a project or you don't really know what to do next, just get up for a quick moment, just walk outside or take a walk inside your home just to relax for a bit, because this break can really help to foster your creativity. Also, another creativity blocker is pressure. Have you ever found yourself in a creative rut because you're pressuring yourself too much? I'm pretty sure you have, because I've been in this situation before. I remember a time when I had a concept in my mind for a client to photograph products, and I wanted it to look a certain way, and I pressured myself so much that it had to be this color scheme, the products needed to be in this certain layout. But when I took the camera to take the picture, it just didn't look good on the camera. The picture didn't look good. And spoiler alert, the pressure and all of this made things worse, because obviously there was a deadline in place. So instead of trying to force yourself into a creative box, try to ease up. Sometimes it helps just to step away from the situation, or in my situation, it helped me to rearrange the products, to overthink my strategy, to overthink the whole composition of products, the color scheme, and just to take the camera and just to try out a few new angles. And I ended up with a really great piece of content, a totally different idea than I had when I stepped into this photo shoot with these products. But sometimes it just really helps to step away. We always want to stick to a specific idea, to a certain color scheme, but sometimes you just have to take a step back and realize that this project might need a different creative angle. It might need a different color scheme, it might need a different product arrangement in my case. But I want that you remember that you don't have to stick to your original idea. No one is telling you that you have to stick to your original idea. If it's for your own projects and there's no deadline in place, just take a quick break, start something else, and then come back to the project or rethink your angle. And if it's for a client where you might have a deadline in place, then again, go on a quick walk or go back to your mood board, your inspiration board, or rethink the project that you want for your clients. Because sometimes when you step away and then you come back to the project, it can really help to tackle it with a fresh pair of eyes. Another trick in my book is brainstorming. And even if you're one person short like me, talking to someone, whether it's a friend, a family member, your pet, in my case, I'll be talking to my cats, it can really spark new ideas. I have moments in the past where I chatted to my husband or someone who's a non-expert to help me see things completely different. It really helped getting a new perspective on a project. Also, what really helps is talking to someone, even if they're not involved in your project, but just speaking out your ideas out loud, describing your ideas and telling someone the struggles you're facing right now. Just that alone can already help to spark creativity, to get a new angle. So do not underestimate the power of a conversation. Also, and this is a little secret I want to share, artificial intelligence can be a super lifesaver. When I hit a creativity block and there's no one around and I just want to bounce off some ideas, I turn to ChatGPT. Whether I need ideas for new content, or I want to get a fresh new perspective, or just some feedback on a product I already have the bare bones for, I turn to AI, and then AI can provide me with a feedback, or I can bounce off a few ideas. So artificial intelligence can really be your BFF when it comes to brainstorming. It can be your assistant. So it's definitely a tool that you should try out next time you're stuck. And when all strings are ripping, when nothing is working anymore and I feel so burned out, there's no creativity left and I need to kickstart my creativity, I turn to YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. I consume content in the niche what I want to create, just to spark ideas, just to really get my creativity going, to motivate myself to create something unique. Consuming content around the same topic from other people on platforms can really help just to loosen the barriers, just to loosen those creativity blocks, because it can help you to see a different angle, maybe a camera angle, maybe a different approach, maybe a different graphic design or color scheme. And you're not copying that person, you're just getting inspired so you can go back to your drawing board, finish the product, finish the photo shoot, or whatever needs to be done. And if that's still not working to release your creativity block, then I'll recommend just take a break. 15-minute, 30-minute break. Just focus on something that's fun, whether it's just mindlessly scrolling the internet or watching a show, taking a nap, cooking, working out. Working out for me really helps, especially because I have a desk job, so majority of my day I spend in front of a desk. So really taking the time, the me time, and working out with 30 minutes or an hour, just getting up, really getting your reps in, that can already help just to ease the stress, the pressure, and really help with creativity as well. Because at the end of the day, it's amazing how a little change in your routine can really recharge your batteries. Also, another creativity blocker is perfection. So what I recommend for you, just embrace the imperfection. You need to give yourself the permission to be imperfect. Not every idea needs to be groundbreaking. Not every piece of content needs to be flawless. Sometimes the best ideas come from just letting go and embracing I want to call it the messiness. That doesn't mean that you put out shitty content. That does not mean that you put out content that is incorrect, not valuable, or spelling errors. But pushing out the content or just getting the project done, getting the photo shoot done, and don't try to be too perfect, because sometimes those imperfect photos, or maybe where the light is not super correct, maybe the shadow is not right in your graphic, but these moments really make the perfect graphic or the perfect picture. What also helps to ease the creativity block is by setting micro goals. So instead of tackling one big project all at once, break it down into smaller manageable tasks. So achieving mini goals can provide a sense of accomplishment and gradually help you to get back into your creativity groove. And what does it mean breaking down a task? So let's say I go back to my photo shoot idea, my photo shoot reference. A photo shoot is a big project, but a photo shoot consists out of micro moments, so micro goals. One of them could be the products you're choosing, the angle, the idea, what do you want to highlight, the caption, which platforms you want to push the content onto. And if you are uncertain about the angle, then start from the bottom. What channels do you want to publish the content to? Is it Instagram, TikTok? Do you want to just create long form content for YouTube? And then you can think about, what should be my messaging? Do you want to highlight key benefits? Do I want to take a funny angle, an informative, educational angle? And then you can slowly work your way up instead of looking at the whole mountain, but think about, if I just walk a mile and then I'll rest, and then I walk another mile and I rest, you make better progress and really helps you to be more creative. And my final tip is rewarding yourself. Give yourself a little incentive. So promise yourself, once you're done with the project, once you push through the project, You can reward yourself either by taking a nap, watching a TV show, or doing something fun. Having an incentive in place can also help to stay focused. Sometimes we think about all these things we have to accomplish, but if we just focus on one task and getting it done, this can help your creativity to come back. This can help you to finish a project. And if at the end of the road there is a sweet incentive, whether it's your favorite snack or just watching an episode of your favorite show, that can really help to push your project along. Also keep in mind that creativity isn't a constant stream. Creativity is like the ocean. Waves are coming, so that's the creativity waves, and then they're going back. Sometimes there are more waves, sometimes there are less waves. So creativity comes and goes. And you shouldn't pressure yourself. Turn to tools that are available for you, for your creativity to come back. So brainstorming, turn to artificial intelligence, go out for a walk, reward yourself. But all these like little moments can really help to get your creativity back to create amazing content. And this also led us yet again to another episode of the Content Marketing Cheat Sheet podcast. I'm so glad you tuned in today. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you do not miss any of my future content. Also, if you want to reach out to me because you want to work with me, you can email me at nina@thesocialwisdom.com or find me anywhere on social media at The Social Wisdom. I cannot wait to see you next week. Goodbye, or how we say in Germany, auf Wiedersehen.